Good morning, students. In the last session, we had discussed about what is the casting and whole process, how it is taking place, everything we had discussed. But in this session, we will learn special casting processes. Special casting processes means other than the casting process, we are having so many types of casting process. In this is the basic casting process we had discussed already. In that what we are doing only minimal objects. By using these special casting processes we can manufacture with less thickness of the material or very long materials, everything, cylindrical objects of long pipes, everything can be done by using special casting processes. Okay, in our house or anywhere we can see large size of pipes, etc. How they are manufacturing those all? We are having a cast iron pipes and plastic pipes, likewise different types of pipes with different materials. How they are manufacturing means by using these techniques only. In our lab we had done only the basic dumbbell shape or different one. By using that casting process, we can't do of our required objects of so many, because the casting process involves many objects. But if we want to make a small objects means of number of count, if we want to increase the production of the industry means only one casting process is not enough. That's why that's why they are created so many number of casting processes for making different types of objects. Okay, now in this session, from this onwards, this is the another part of the casting. This is the second part of the casting. Okay, this is also very important one. Now let us see one by one what are these special casting processes, and by using these processes what we are making. Okay, what we are manufacturing by using these. Casting in sand molds is economical and gives good results for many applications where dimensional accuracy and surface finish requirements are not too stringent and casting wall thicknesses are not too small. Means the old processes of casting is very economical because it reduces the cost of the product, everything. It is economical and it will give good results also. We are using for many applications, but the main thing is it can't give the dimensional accuracy and good surface finish. Okay, there are some factors which are not produced in our basic casting process. To get that good surface finish, what we are using means we want to do some special casting processes. Okay, for the requirement of thicknesses of very less means we want to use this process. There are many applications in which it is desired to achieve better surface finish, finer details, thinner walls, better strength and faster production rates, or to eliminate further machining. Okay, in the old casting process what we are doing, we are making the whole object, and it afterwards by removing the object from the casting it undergoes machining process to cut the riser, pouring basin, etc. Okay, that is the wastage of the metal there. The pouring basin, riser, gates, everything is filled up with molten metal only. If it undergoes machining means that whole object is that whole elements are taking extra molten metal and it undergoes wastage. To reduce that wastage, we want to make some special casting processes for the good surface finish, thinner walls, and give better strength than the casting and faster production rates. Okay. Special casting processes have been developed to meet these requirements. Okay, to meet all these requirements, here we are producing special casting processes. Now let us see what are those. Some of these special castings are discussed below. Number 1 is shell molding, investment casting, pressure die casting, centrifugal casting, ceramic molding, CO2 process means carbon dioxide process, and stir casting. Okay, these are the different types of castings. More than these, we are having 11 to 12 types of special casting processes, but in our syllabus we are having only some of them. Those are shell molding, investment casting, pressure die casting, centrifugal casting. Okay, these four are the main topics in our syllabus. Okay, now let us see one by one. First of all, we will see shell molding. What is meant by shell molding? Shell molding is suitable for thin walled articles. Means if we want a basic thin wall means it is having less width and length is very high. Okay, if you want steel rods means how they are manufacturing those all. Those are that is made by shell molding with different shapes. Also we can make. And diagrammatically you can see that. It consists of making a mold that has two or more thin shell-like parts consisting of thermosetting resin bonded sand. Okay, as you already know, thermosetting means the sand is heated to certain temperature and it is set to certain level. That sand is known as thermosetting sand and we are using that sand to make this shell molding. Silica sand, as in our lab also we are having anywhere silica sand is very available, is mixed with synthetic resin to form a mixture. Synthetic resin means it is in liquid state. It is like a water only liquid, but it is mainly used to increase the bonding strength. It is like a when we mix this resin to any component means it will increase the bonding strength. Means those two materials will combine strengthly, like Fevicol. Okay, for example, if we say like Fevicol, gum, etc. are there, no? Likewise, only if we mix this resin to any sand or something means it will increase its strength, bonding strength will be increased. That's why here we are mixing silica sand with the synthetic resin in shell molding. The mixture must be dry and free flowing. If we mix these two also, that sand want to be like dry and free flowing like our normal sand only. Okay, in our lab what you are doing, just we are giving sand to you and you are making a casting, but behind that we are mixing different types of sands in that and we are giving to you, like green sand, different types we will mix, silica etc. we will mix and we will give the final sand to you only. Okay, in this shell molding what is happening, let us see here. This is the pattern shape. This is the pattern. Okay, we want the shape of this one. This is the required shape of the object. Okay, to get this required shape what we are doing means we are keeping a pattern on the shell. This is the box, one type of box. Inside the box we are pouring this silica sand and synthetic resin mixture. Okay, and afterwards what we are doing means this pattern is heated to certain temperature and we will turn the whole box. Okay, we will turn whole box and the pattern will come downwards and the box is in upward direction. Then what happened, this whole sand will pour like this, means it will stick to the pattern. Okay, this will stick to the pattern and after some time what we will do means we will again turn back this one and get this shape. Okay, again if we turn means what I said to you, it is having, by mixing this resin, it is having sticky nature. That's why what will happen on turning this one, the sand will attach it to this one, this pattern. Okay, then after machining process, what we will do means we will remove this part. That means this is the mixture of silica sand and resin. This is our required object. Okay, then we will get this pipe or anything, rod, you can call anything. The required object will be getting. And what we will do means we will do two same like two objects, and we will add like this. Okay, then what will happen when we join both these means it will become a complete mold. Okay, this will become a complete mold. This is known as shell. Okay, this is the backing sand. Inside the normal casting process, what we are doing, we are doing everything, but by using this shell, what will happen means this will create a mold shape. Then we will pour molten metal inside this, and we will make the objects of this shape. Okay, this is known as shell molding. Next one is the investment casting. This is very important and very easy. Okay, investment casting means it is this casting involves wax. Wax means for our candles what we are using, that is also one type of wax only. Like that only here also in investment casting we will make objects with wax. That's why this is known as investment casting or lost wax casting. Okay. Now, let us see what is meant by investment casting. Investment casting uses a wax pattern which is coated with refractory materials to form a mold. To get that in shell molding, what we are using? We are using mixture of sand and silica as the pattern shape. To get this pattern shape, what we are using here? Wax. Wax is the main. The wax is then melted out and mold cavity is filled with molten metal. Okay, by after creating the mold shape, what we are doing means we will melt all the wax, and whole wax is coming out of the mold cavity. And if we want, then we will allow the molten metal in that mold cavity, and the object will be removed. Cast metal is cooled and the slurry broken to get the casting. Okay, in diagrammatic way you can understand very easily this one. I will explain clearly. It can be used for high precision complex shapes from high melting point metals that are not readily machinable. Means by using this wax patterns, our candles, if let us see our candles in our pack, in one packet of candles means there will be 10 candles. Like that only if we want to manufacture so many means those are small objects. Those we can not use big size of casting processes. That's why they will use small casting processes like investment casting, and they will manufacture these candles by using these wax patterns. Okay, in that what will happen means no wastage of extra parts or nothing. Just the shape of the mold cavity is ready, and we will pour wax or any molten metal, and we will get the required object finally. Small objects also we can manufacture by using this method. This is very convenient to make the small objects. To create that investment casting, there are some of the steps involved in that. Let us see what are those. First one is the pattern creation. Like in our normal casting, what we will do here, there also we will use a pattern. Likewise also here also first we will create a pattern which shape we want to require. After that, mold creation. Next is pouring. Next one, cooling. After that, casting removal, and finally it will undergo finishing. Okay, in diagrammatic way we will see all these processes. Let us see here. First one is what? It is the pattern creation. Means this is the pattern shape. We want this shape, this cup shape we want. That's why what we are doing means this pattern means this is made up of wax only. That's why this is our required object shape. What we are doing means here we will fix these patterns to a runner. This will act as a pouring basin, runner, and number of objects will be attached like this. Okay, from these processes we can manufacture so many objects. These whole wax patterns will be attached to the single runner only. If we pour the molten metal inside this means the molten metal will flow like this and it will enter as per its direction. Okay, after that what we are doing means we are dipping this whole casting in a slurry. Okay, slurry means it is a liquid mixed with the ceramic particles. Okay, ceramic will easily heated and very lightweight material. So that's why what we are doing means we are making a paste of ceramic and we are dipping this whole thing in this slurry. Okay, after the removal from this bowl, we will get the ceramic coating over the patterns. Okay, likewise see here, these are all the ceramic particles. If we dip inside that one means the whole thing is mixed with ceramic particles. After that what we will do means we will take this one and heat it in a oven. Okay, heated in a oven means the inside material is what? This whole thing is wax. After heating this one, what will happen means if we turn downwards means like this way, the whole wax is melted. If we apply heat from all directions means the whole wax will be melted and come out from this runner. Okay, that whole wax will remove. After that what we will do, decreasing the temperature of this whole object and we will turn back it and we will pour molten metal from this pouring basin. These are ceramic cups only now. In this ceramic cups we will enter the hot or molten metal. Okay, then after solidification we will cut all these to different shapes. This is the cutting process. After machining process what we will get, in this diagrammatically only 4 cups we are making, but in industry they will make number of small objects like cups or something everything. They will make number of objects like this. This is known as investment casting. Okay, die casting is explained in next class. Okay, thank you students.